everyone. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Today, it will be the time for us for the preparation for the third cycle of teaching practice. And hopefully this will be a chance for you guys to improve your first cycle and then also your second cycle, and then we are going to have a significant kind of improvement for the third teaching practice. And then since it is the third teaching practice, you guys already learned from the previous 4 meetings, right? And then hopefully from 4 meetings that you guys already created, you guys will have an impressive one. So we'll have no more excuse here. No more excuse with the technical problem, Mr. Nabil. No more excuse with class preparations. No more excuse with, okay, I don't have any philo teacher to help me, and then blah, 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 blah. Okay, it should be perfect for the third and then also for teaching practice. And next one, for the for the durations of your guys third teaching practice here, it should be based on what you guys planned it before, and then till you guys already created 4 teaching cycle here, I want you to please explain it one by one, starting with your guys document. If you guys using K13 curriculum, so what will be the different, what will be the revisions based on your guys previous teaching practice, starting with maybe the lesson plan that you're going to revise, or the learning media that you're going to use, learning material, and then also the student worksheet, and the last one with the assessment instruments. Okay, you're going to explain it one by one today, and then hopefully the rest of your friends here are going to give also some kind of the suggestions, some kind of the lesson learned, based on the previous teaching practice. And then how are you today, Miss Eliza? I hope you're good for today, Miss Eliza, or you're still not in good conditions?
I feel better today.
Okay. By the way, where is Miss Nikma? She's not joining yet, Mr. Nabil? No news of her?
Yes, sir. No news of her.
Okay, no news from Miss Nikma.
Sir, Miss Giri is still on her way.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, morning, Miss Giri. That's okay, Miss. Okay, I hope you're going to arrive at the school.
I'm still on the way to go to school, sir.
Okay, that's
Thank
okay,
you.
Miss Giri. Okay, thank you. And since yesterday, the previous 2 meetings that we had, Miss Yani, you were skipping our first meeting, I guess, for the reflection, and then also you're skipping the second reflection of the meeting. Where were you yesterday on the last meeting, Miss Yani?
On Friday, I joined the meeting, and then on Friday and on Saturday, actually, I also followed maybe until 8:30, if I'm not mistaken. But I do apologize. At the time, I didn't continue because of unstable internet connection, and also because it is rainy season, so it was very stressful for me because my house is leaking alias bocor. So, and then the selokan is also mampet, and I didn't do anything because I just ngontrak. So I was very sorry. I was stressful at that time. But on Friday I joined the Zoom class, and on Saturday I also joined, but I didn't I didn't present the evaluation. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Sofian, Miss Laili, and other teachers.
All good, Miss Yani. So today it will be your chance, yeah, to explain your preparation and then also your set of document for the third teaching practice. Okay, Miss? Come on,
Okay.
Miss Yani, time is yours, Miss.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much, Mr. Sofian, Miss Laili, and other teachers. I'm going to tell you the preparation of my third action plan. Okay, here is the teaching document that I'm going to focus on grade 2, and the topic is about play in environment since I'm using curriculum 13, and the media is flashcard. So in this topic, I will focus on speaking skill. And then the students will be in 2B because first action, I had 2A for the participants of my action 1, and the second action plan I focus on grade 1, so 1B. So now for the third, I will focus on 2B since I am teaching 4 classes in this school. The topic is about play in my environment. I have ready with my slide since I also had it for peer teaching last time, and then but for now I haven't printed out LKPD, something that I need to print. Maybe it will be today. I am going to print some materials that related to the handout or printout. For the devices, as usual, I always borrow my school camera. At school, we have 2 cameras. So I'm going to borrow the devices. And another laptop, I also usually borrow my friend's laptop to be the one of my media for Zoom, because I'm using my laptop for presentation in front of the students. One thing that is different from cycle 1 and cycle 2, because in cycle 1 and cycle 2, I use Boya as audio source, and it has cable. It needs cable connection, and my students are disturbing the cable. So I try, as Pak Nabil suggested, that we have wireless audio. So I hope it will be helpful for me because teaching young learner, I mean primary students, was so hectic. I don't know, since there are many devices and there are many cables, so I need to be very watchful and pay attention to their movement. Because based on my experience, 2 meetings before, my student fall my devices because of the cable, because they step the cable. So I hope it will not happen again. So I bought new devices that is wireless audio source. And but for the media that I'm going to print out, it will be today and tomorrow. Since based on the schedule, it will be 9 and 10, but I don't know for the fix. We will discuss it later with my team about the schedule that we are going to conduct cycle 3. And the previous meeting, so far I have no trouble. I mean, I have no problem with internet connection. So I think it will be good. And the most important thing that I have to face, I have to be ready to make the students more conducive in conducting the action plan, because sometimes my students need to remind it again and again that this is action plan, and as you have told me for when I had conducted the first meeting, that my students was so crowded and hectic. So I hope it will be running well. To be honest, I ever tried to think that should I take upper grader to be my participant, but I don't know them. They are not my students, so I don't know their character. So for the decision right now, I think I should focus on my students, and it is better for me because I can build the chemistry, and I can build the teaching learning to be more attractive. I think so, Mr. Sofian. So the things that I haven't prepared yet is about print out, the print out thing. Because I need school facility to print out, because I don't have printer at my home. So that's all, Mr. Sofian. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Yani. Yeah. Okay, come on, everyone. Do you guys have any suggestions or any opinion based on Miss Yani's preparation for the third cycle of the teaching practice? Anyone? No? Okay, Miss Yani. I hope for the third teaching practice, what you're going to consider, you're going to make more interactive kind of interactions, yeah, with your students, yeah, and then the use of media. So which one that you're going to use for the third cycle here, Miss Yari? It will be on the artificial intelligence, the virtual reality things, or the augmented reality for this one?
So far, I'm just thinking about flashcard, something that I print out, and then with the slide, and then we will sing a song together using projector. But because my students are still young, maybe I will find the more attractive one, but I'm still considering it. Because last time I was proposing flashcard to focus on their speaking skill. Something that they handed factually in front of them. I think it should be more easy for me.
Okay, so there will be no such media consists of machine learning or artificial intelligence based on augmented reality or virtual reality in your class. No.
Yeah, we just have slideshow and song and video.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Miss Yani. Since no one else gonna ask Miss Yani or the same level, Miss Wenda, maybe do you have any questions or any suggestion since you guys have the same level for the school that you guys teach for? Come on. No?
No, I think she's preparing the best she can, Miss. Mister.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Yani. Let's give a round of applause, everyone, yeah, for Miss Yani, and best of luck. Yeah, one more time for the third teaching practice, and then please do not make it the same. Do not repeat all of the mistake that you made on the first teaching practice and then also on your second teaching practice. Yeah, and then it should be a fresh, new kind of teaching model, new kind of the interactions, various kind of activities that you provided for your students. Okay, Miss Yani, thank you very much. And then now let's go with Miss Novia. Come on, wow, you get a nice outfit with you over there, Miss Novia. Okay, come on, Miss Novia.
This is my uniform, sir. Same with Mr. Nabil. We use the same uniform. Okay, wait a moment. I will share my screen. Okay, wait a moment. Okay, can you see my screen, sir? Is my screen shown? Okay. So this is supposed to be the first one when I was creating the lesson plan, but as the time goes, we already done with descriptive text. So this is my first lesson plan that I tried to create. And why is it like this? So at the time we are already done with descriptive text, so I decided to start with narrative text, because if I start with another descriptive text, and while we already learned descriptive text, the students will be bored with the topic. So I tried to push this back and use narrative text first. But this is, I teach with Kurikulum Merdeka, so I create module. So this is it. It is descriptive text, and I will use specific theme about animals. Okay, this is are just tujuan pembelajaran and so on. Of course, I will use media. Wait a moment, what is wrong? It is up and down. Okay, so here I have, of course, profile Pelajar Pancasila. I have I believe I'm going to use one book, but I don't know if I'm going to use this or not, because based on the two cycle that I already did, I didn't use this book. So I believe I'm going to remove this next time. So I have media. The media is for the flashcard, and phone for them to scan the flashcard, and then laptop, and then so on. So here I use problem-based learning, learning and small group discussion, and of course I use for the flashcard. So here is what I'm going to do. So maybe I'll show the flashcard first. This is one of the most exciting one, I believe. I like this lesson plan that I create more than the last one. So I have this kind of flashcard. I wish I could show you the real product, but I don't have it with me right now. So here, so you have one flashcard, and then you can scan them, and then they will appear on your phone like this. So it is like augmented reality. I use this one for this lesson plan. I will go up first. So here, for the first meeting, I will give out two or maybe three for each group, and move them into small group discussion, because I am going to use small group discussion. Maybe I'm going to I have 26 or 30. I will just be having 30 students. Maybe I will have like 4 for each group, 4 person for each group. So I will have like 2 of them, 2 flashcards. I'll give them out here. And before we use the flashcard, I will like engage them more into the topic, because the topic will be in endangered animals. So to make it more specific and to make them feel related in real life like that. And here I have one video that I will show before I give out the flashcard. And they scan the flashcard, and then there will be like description about the animals that they are choosing. And then after that, we will do some quizzes. And for the second meeting, at the very end of the meetings, they are going to write their own descriptive text about the animal they see on the flashcard. So, and after that, we're going to put the flashcard on our wall magazine. And here I tried to make it in Google Form because it is not really that much. No, not that much of questions. I only have 5 questions, so I believe it is fine for the students to use their phone, because most of my students don't have data. They just bring their phone. They don't have internet connection with them. So here are the quizzes that I'm going to show them. I will just show the what is this? The description, and then they need to answer what kind of animal these are. Down, I have the description text and the scoring. And here is the evaluation that I'm going to send in the form of Google Form. And then that's it. That's it. So I believe this is gonna be more exciting than the previous one, because the previous one I don't use any new new media or like something they haven't seen before. And this one, I believe they haven't seen a 4D flashcard before, so I believe it is gonna be more exciting. And hopefully they will be more interested in joining the lesson, even though we already discussed about descriptive text, but I will tell them. So this time we are going to learn about descriptive text again, but in form of this type of media, and hopefully they will be excited. I did try to show them, sir, and maybe 3 or 4 students, I tried to have them download the application, and then they actually feel happy because, oh, this lion is moving like that. So hopefully it will be exciting for all of them. So,
Okay, thank you
okay.
very much, Miss Novia. So what will be the difference between the first and then also second cycle of your teaching practice, Miss?
For my first cycle, I did use AR also. It is storybook AR. But however, I believe it was exciting for them, and I believe it is suitable for them. But I did make them into I divided them only into 3 groups, and I believe the groups are too big, way too big for them. So they are not having discussion, and the discussion kind of like 3 people having discussion, 3 people are not, like that. So I believe I should, from like my experience on the first cycle, I believe I should make it into smaller discussion, smaller group discussion. So all of them could have their own opinion, and all of them could scan it by themselves, like that. And also these cards are, this media are, I have more than them, more than the books. I divide them into 3 groups when they are using the AR, because I only have 3 books with me, sir. But this time I have more than 40 cards. So I believe I can make smaller group discussion and get them even more excited and make them have chances to say something or to discuss or maybe to scan it or to be more into the class and the lesson, like that. And what is different, I believe I learned I learned so much from my first and second cycle. So I will try to not have any more technical issue and any more like something that shouldn't be a problem anymore to me. And I will try to also condition my students first, because I believe this third cycle, my students are very tired, so I believe I should not rush them. I should not yeah, I should not make them feel they need to, like they are obligated to be there. I should make them feel okay, we're going to join this class with fun, like that. And also devices, that is one thing that is making me studying the class very late last time. So I will focus on getting all devices. Maybe I will hide it before so other teachers cannot use them. And also the classroom, we are going to have, I have no idea how to translate it, senam profil pelajar Pancasila day, on the day they are going to conduct this. So maybe I'm going to move the class up and find another class so it is not too noisy, because on the first recording I saw my video and I watched it and it was so noisy. So I even tried to use what is that, sir? I have no idea. Like one application where you can like put the audio, like make the audio clearer, and I try it and it is not helping. So I will find different classroom for this meeting, for this cycle. So hopefully it will be better.
Okay. That will be our hope, I guess. Yeah, Miss Novia, since the third year, I hope also you're going to upgrade your reward that you're going to give for your students. Yeah, because on the previous second cycle, if I'm not mistaken, your student proposing this, maybe you're gonna prepare some kind of beverage first for us while joining the session. So you're going to provide them with some kind of drink, some kind of snack, maybe while joining the lesson. So they're going to have the spirit, the motivations to help you out in making a proper kind of recording for the third cycle. And then you still owe us here, Miss Novia, based on the teacher reflections, yeah, because on the previous first and then second, I don't think that you have your fellow teachers to give you the feedback or some kind of the, the evaluations based on your performance while conducting the teaching practice. Hopefully for the third one, we're going to have one observer or two observer. That should be better, I guess, to give you the, the feedback, to give you some kind of the suggestions, yeah, based on how the T conducted your third teaching practice. Okay, Miss Novia, and then I hope you're going to focus on how that you're going to avoid all the problems that happen on the first and then also second cycle of your teaching practice. And then the third one, I hope now your student here, they will get to use what kind of the scenario, yeah, that you're going to propose for them for the teaching practice, yeah. And then since since the third teaching practice, I'm expecting all of you guys can have the significant kind of improvement. I hope you are going to really make this different, yeah, from first and then also second cycle of your guys teaching practice. Okay, Miss Novia, all clear? Okay, let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Miss Novia. Yeah, thank you very much, Miss. And then now let's go with Miss Wiwit Nurhidayah. Hello, Miss. Come on.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me share my document first. Okay. On the third cycle of teaching practice, the material is about passive voice, Halo guys, dikecilin dulu suaranya. The material is about passive voice in the 9th grade. And then the teaching model, I will use discovery learning. And then, but in this lesson plan that I already write, I just use word wall, crossword using book widget. So I think it will be the same with the second cycle. So if I will make a change to my third cycle, I will use Tingling for the teaching media, and then of course I still use word wall. Sorry, I still use a book widget for my crossword game, but I will add the link using Tingling website, and then I will show the video first for pertanyaan pemantik, and then what I made before in my lesson plan, I divided the syntax into 2 meetings, but I think for the third cycle, I will end all the syntax in the first meeting, that I will, what is it? I will study, I will class, I will learn about passive voice in simple present tense, and then in the second meeting, we will discuss with my student about passive voice in simple past tense. And for the worksheet, like what I said before, I will use crossword with book widget, and then the assessment, I will use the quizzes application, and for the reflection, I will use I think Google Form for to what is it? Make it the student easy to write the reflection. But I am still ongoing process for designing the thingy, so I can show you right now. And then what makes it different with my second cycle of teaching practice is the using of link, because this is my first time using link to teach my students. And then the lesson learners.
Hello, what happened with your connection? I guess you have, what is it? Hello?
Yes, sir. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, but what is it? It's not really clear with me. And then what about the rest of you? Miss Novia, can you hear her voice clearly?
Keresek-keresek. Keresek-keresek.
Okay.
I have a connection again, sir.
Okay, maybe you can fix it first, yeah? So you're going to be the next, yeah? I'm gonna ask Miss Wenda. Come on, Miss Wenda. Come on.
Yes,
Miss.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, try to explain it to us here what kind of the planning that you got for the third teaching practice, please, and then what will be the difference between your first, second, and then also with the third teaching practice that you're going to plan. Yeah. Okay, come on, Miss Wenda.
Okay, sir. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Let me present what I prepared for today. Let me share screen first. Okay, this is my planning for my third teaching practice. And then Can you see my screen clearly, everybody?
Yeah, it's visible, Miss. Proceed.
Yes, Miss.
Yes. Thank you. And then for my third teaching practice, this is what I've prepared. The participant is same. This is for grade students, will be 31 students, and devices like LCD projector, handphone for record the video, laptop, Zoom for record the video too, and tripod, speaker, and mic. And then for the media, PPT Canva, flashcard, set of alphabets, mana paper, worksheet, Google Translate as the AI. I use Google Translate to, excuse me for a minute, sir. Okay, this is for the media. What is different from the last teaching practice is I will use Google Translate because I teach spelling. So I'll make the students listen what the native speaker say about the word. And then this is for the media. And then this is the teaching practice, learning method. This is for teaching practice, learning method, problem-based learning, and then the learning objective. Dengan menggunakan problem-based learning, peserta didik mampu menulis kata kerja, verb, and adjective dengan tepat. And then the second one is dengan menggunakan problem-based learning, peserta didik mampu menyusun huruf menjadi kata, verb, and adjective. And for the material, it will be spelling, verbs, and adjectives. Next, this is for the first day, opening session, greeting, praying, check attendance, pre-test, perception. I will use video. So I'll show them a video about spelling, and then they have to watch it for the opening session. And then in the main activities, I will discuss with them about the spelling video, and then guessing from the flashcard, crossword game, it will be couple, and then discussion. In the main activities, it will be different from the last teaching practice because in the end, I will have a game for them that will be a group game. So I will give them a reward after the game ends. And then for the closing session, will be post test, review, praying, and greeting. And then for the second day, this will be the same, but there is not pre-test in the opening session. I will use review for the last material in the first day, and then in the main activities, I will use watching video spelling, guessing from the flashcard game, and group game. This is the group game. This will be a difference from the first cycle in the third cycle, and then we'll use discussion. Then for closing, it will review, praying, greeting. That's the AI and game is different from the last teaching practice. I think that's enough, sir.
Okay, so what will be the difference, Miss Wenda, with the previous teaching practice that you had?
For the third cycle, I will use AI, that is Google Translate, and I will let the students listen what the native speakers say about certain words. For example, this is verbs and adjective. I will let them hear that, and then they have to write it down in their paper. And I never used it before in the first and in the second teaching practice. And I will use group game. It is different from the previous teaching practice because I'll give them the word in the end, and they have to compete each group. That's all.
Then okay, and then to make sure here that you have some kind of the improvement compared to your first and then second cycle of the teaching practice? Can you mention it?
Pardon, sir?
Okay, maybe you can start with the list of the problem that you have, that you face on the first and then also second teaching practice, and then how you are going to avoid all of this problem on your third cycle of the teaching practice. Come on.
Yes, thank you. In the first and in the second teaching practice, one of several problem that I have to face is teacher center, and then the angle for the camera. But I'll prepare better, because first for the student center I will use discussion a lot and I will game a lot, so I think it will be student center. And then for the devices, I will ask my friend, because today or not this week there will not any events at my school, so I'll ask my friends help and I'll confirm it to them, and they say yes for helping me. So I think it will be better for the previous teaching practice, sir.
That's all?
Yes.
Okay, what about the reflection instrument? What's
The
something that you miss? Yeah, what's something that you missed for the first and then also second cycle? You already got all the feedback from the teachers, and then you already got the student artifact and then all the things for the instruments of the evaluations for the reflection, Miss Wenda?
Yes, sure. I've got the artifact for all the worksheet, and then I've checked it, and yes, I checked it, and I'm sure that there are several progress from my students from the first and the second cycle. And I hope it will be better in the third cycle. Sir, may I have a question? May I ask you something?
Okay, proceed. What is it?
In the first and the second cycle, I use the same class. It is 4A, and for the third cycle, I start to use different class. Is it okay, or should I use the same class as the first and the second teaching practice, sir?
Okay, my answer is which one gonna give you a better result for your teaching practice. If you're going to use new class here, and then it's gonna improve your teaching practice, teaching practice performance, so you may use your new class. But if you think using the previous class, it will be better for you because they already experienced. How did you record the video? How did you try to make the interaction with the video? So you try to use the previous one. So which one that you think it will be better for you, Miss Wenda? The old class or the new class?
The old class, my conclusion is, so I will use the old class, sir.
But I guess you're mentioning it's different class. You're mentioning different class, right?
Yes, I'm worried about using the new class, but if I want to do in the safe zone, I think I will choose the old class. But if I want to use the new class, I think it will be hard enough. No hard. I mean, it will be more challenging because I have to make them understand what will we use, and that it will be short. And I think it will be more challenging because I have to give their what I said. I have to give their pengertian, and then that's, yes, I think, sir, because it's been 2 months. I've never teach them anymore in English. So because another teacher replaced me, so I think it will start from zero, I think.
Okay, I guess try to choose the old one. That will be better then. Okay, Miss Wenda?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, let's give a round of applause everyone for Miss Wenda. Best of luck for the third cycle of your teaching practice. And then what about now, Miss Wiwit Nur Hidayah? Do you have a better internet connection with you? Hello?
I hope so, sir.
Hello, would you please try it?
Hello? Yes, sir. Can
Okay,
you hear
try it
my
first, please.
Okay. Should I present my lesson plan again, or I just tell you what my plan for the third cycle?
Okay, just tell us what your plan. You don't have to do a sales thing again. Come on.
Okay. From the third cycle, I will teach passive voice, and I will use made video as learning media, and then using crossword in book widget, and then for I will try to use Tingling for my learning media also. So I will put the video link and then the crossword link on Tingling, and then for the assessment, I will use quizzes application. In the previous teaching practice, I just use quiz on book widget, and then for the reflection, I will use Google Form. So I think it will be different with my previous teaching practice.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Wiwit Nur Hidayah. So how did you gonna make sure that your third teaching practice, yeah, it will be the best one comparing with the first and then second cycle, Miss?
Okay, from the first cycle, I use Canva application for making the greeting card. I think the student just about it, find the template, and then find the sources from Google, and then they put in the design in Canva. And then the second cycle, the media I use just what is it? Presentation using what is it? To phonetic, it just only sort the phonetic symbol from the website, and then they try to pronounce it very well. And then the third cycle, I will use Tingling media. So I think it will different with the previous meeting. And I think my student never know and never ever know about tingling. It will be the new one from them.
Okay, that's all, Miss Wiwit. Okay, and then I do expect you're going to have a better internet connection because still,
Yes.
okay, we can get your point clearly. Thank you very much, Miss Wiwit. Let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Miss Wiwit. Okay, thank you. And then now let's go with Miss Eliza. Come on, Miss Eliza, your turn, please, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, sir, I can't open my document, but I will try to explain about about my third cycle. The thing that I want to prepare about to make sure to the principal and to the head of laboratorium, because for the last meeting I felt so sad because I moved to another room. I moved to the library, yes, and I think that room was so busy because there was so many students come and go from the room that, and then the voices from the outside, I think that was very noisy and disturbed the student in teaching learning process also. And then I will make sure to the principal that the room that I will use to this cycle, I will use laboratorium, and inshallah there's no problem. I want it be better than before. And then for the third cycle, this cycle I will teach the student. The material is about to start the things, yes, the things in the classroom. Jadi like usual, I will give them about some worksheet. I will print out because no all of the students have a smartphone, and then I will print out the worksheet and also about the evaluation too, about the writing task, and then about the practice, and also I will give the score about their attitude too in group discussion. And the different with first and second cycle is about this cycle I will use a group discussion. The different one is about I will use the method. Yes, the method is number had together. Here I will give the student the number. Yes, the numbers, and then here I want to focus on the student participation. Yes, because I see in the first and the second cycle, my student has low participation. They just discussion, and then one of just some of the student practice like that. Now in this cycle, I want to more focus on my student participation, and then I will give them about number. And the end, I will call the specific number, and I think that make all of the students can make preparation, yes, about the result of their work in a group discussion. And then for the last, I will give the students some like reward, maybe for the best practice for the student that you that do the conversation in front of the class, like that, sir.
Okay, what about the set of document that you're going to implement for the third teaching practice? Can you share it with us, Miss?
Pardon, sir?
Your set of document, can you share it with us? What kind
I'm
of... Yeah.
I'm so sorry, sir. I have a problem with my laptop. Actually, I borrow this laptop from my friend, sir. I didn't know how what happened with my laptop. I can't open the documents, sir. No.
Okay, all good, Miss Eliza. Yeah.
Yeah, I will try next.
Okay, the most important one, when you're going to implement your third cycle of the teaching practice, I hope you're going to make it different, and then you're gonna make sure that this will be the best one. Yeah, because this will be your third chance to do a teaching practice. Okay, Miss Eliza.
Okay.
Thank you very
Okay.
much for the explanation.
Thank you,
Miss Eliza, let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Miss Eliza. And then I hope you're going to get better soon, yeah, Miss Eliza, because it seems like now you're not in a fit condition, I guess, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. And then next, let's go with Miss Giri Manik. Okay, you already arrived at your school, Miss Giri Manik?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I
come
have
on.
arrived at school. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Mr. Sofian. Good morning, Ms. Laili, and good morning, my fellow teachers. So today I'm going to explain my third cycle on PPL batch 3. So here we are. Let me share my screen. Can you see my presentation well, everyone?
Proceed, please, Miss. It's
Okay.
busy.
So, yeah. Nggak bisa jalan. Yeah, so in the third cycle on PPL's part 3, I use project-based learning on the material caption. And this is the learning objective I have already arranged. And this is the learning method. I use a scientific approach, project-based learning, mind map, and discussion. And the learning activities is watching video, discussion, quizzes, and mind map. So I will stop this presentation and I will share the set of my document of lesson plan. Tidak bisa stop.
What happened, Miss Judy?
I can stop presentation.
Okay, maybe you can close it first, then reshare your files.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Wait. Yeah. Yes. Here we go. So in first meeting, I will divide it peserta didik students into 4 groups, and I ask them to watch the video. I will mute the video and I will ask them and what can we infer from the video, because they only watch the video without subtitle and without sound. And then after that, I will explain what the caption is. I mean, I will explain by using PowerPoint, and after that, I will give them some pictures related to the caption, and I will ask them whether it is a proper caption or it is not, because there are some picture that that is not belong to caption, sir. And then I will give the picture from the media online, and I will print it out and I will give them, because I mean, I will, why I have to print the pictures, because I need them to be more active, because if they only focus on the internet, they only play the cell phone, and they sometimes, some of them do not listen to me, and I will make them busy to find the pictures, to find what is the caption, and then I will make them busy to think the caption based on the pictures, sir. And after that, in the last meeting, I will ask them to take photo, to make to make picture based on their own. I mean, take picture by using cell phone and random people, and I ask them to print the photo, like some photo, and ask them to bring the school in the second meeting, and I ask them to present, I mean, based on their own caption. I ask them to to tell in front of the class apa maksud dari picture tersebut gitu. And then after that, I ask them to do the quizzes to make them understand, and because there are some comprehensive material related to the caption. I think that's all for me, sir. Because the caption, this is the really short material, but I need them to be more, I mean, active, and I mean, I want them to, because they difficult to write in English. Thank you.
That's all, Miss Giri?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, and then what will be the comparison that you are going to provide for the third teaching practice? Yes, starting with maybe
Yeah.
you can evaluate your first teaching practice, second teaching practice, and then how that you're going to provide the same kind
Maybe
of habit.
yeah, in the previous teaching practice, because I have more, I mean, contribution, I mean, the teacher center, and this is in my third cycle, this is my third chance. I will make the student more active. I mean, I force them to be more active, and I use the, I mean, apa ya, from the from the teacher centers, I will make myself to be, I mean, the method is student centered, sir, and then the comparison is not only from my previous teaching, but and the whole teaching. I mean, they never, I mean, they never do such kind of activity that's very active, because they only focus on the comprehensive, and yeah, because we have limitation to do something because of the what is that, the religion rules, and because of the the school rules. So I have limitation to do interesting activities, sir.
Okay, and
That's
then
enough.
next, what about the equipment? Do you have any kind of improvement equipment gears that you're going to use for the third teaching practice, Miss Giri?
Yeah, so from the equipment that I'm going to use for this cycle, it is still the same. I borrow the school cameras, and I asked team branding to shoot me and the students, and I have already, what is that, coordinate them to do what I want, to do what I want. And then I use my tablet. I will pretty sure that I will charge the battery 100%, and also I will check the camera. So in the process of the learning, in the process of the teaching practice, and in the process of shooting, they will, I mean, there is no what is that, technical difficulties like battery run out, or internet connection is bad, or something like that. And also I prepare another devices to make sure whether the connection is stable, and then to make sure that the Zoom is already clear. And also I prepare the, what is that, the microphone, the wireless microphone, so to make sure that my voice is clear enough to be edited, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then one of the most important thing, I guess, I hope you're going to have a better visual for the video. Okay, Ms. Giri Manik,
Yes,
I hope to approve
yes,
the
sir.
camera that you're going to use. Yeah.
Yeah. The important thing is, I think, when I remember that you said to me that I didn't enjoy my teaching and learning process because I was too nervous, and I I I was thinking too much. I mean, what if I fail? What if it didn't go well? And maybe in this chance, I will be more confident, and what is it? I will be, I mean, saya akan menjadi diri saya sendiri. So, and then I will more, I mean, well prepared, compare with previous teaching. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Miss Girimanik. Yeah, thank you, Miss Girimanik. And then now let's go with Mr. Nabil. Come on, your turn, sir, please.
Okay, the opportunity, sir, permission to share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen clearly?
It's still loading. It might be fast.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it's visible. Proceed, please, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So this is my my fourth lesson plan actually, but I will use this as my third teaching practice. In this teaching practice, I will change my class, sir, because today I will use my third grade students, my 12th grade students, and the theme is about news item text. Okay, and as for the basic competence, students are expected to analyze the social function, text structure, and language feature of item text, spoken or written. And then the second one is to understand the meaning contextually related to social function, text structure, etc. And then the learning goal, I expect them to analyze and then to compare the two texts and then to understand. And then the last one is to present their understanding of a news. In this learning material and then the learning method, I use a scientific approach. And for the model, I use project-based learning and with focus group discussion as a strategy. For the media, I use PowerPoint, video, word wall, quizzes, news item text, and then student worksheets. And for the tools, I use audio amplifier, laptop, LCD, sound, and wireless microphone. And for the source, I got it from the internet. And as my learning steps, the first one is I grade the students, conducting the preliminary activities, and then I give them a video of a news, and then I ask several questions about relating to the news, and then after that I give them some vocabularies, and I will also conduct the pronunciation practice in this part, and then design a plan for a project. I explain the material first about the news item text, and then I give them an example of the news item text on the screen. And then I ask them to understand and also to analyze the structure, the feature, and I ask them to elaborate or to convey what they understand about the text together. And then after that, I group them, 7 group, and also I match it to their number of members in their class. And then I give them to every group. Then I ask to analyze the text. Also the class. I ask them to analyze and compare the text. Okay, and then after that, yeah, and then they their work between one group and to another, commenting, and then I will explain the project to them. And also, when creating the schedule, at the end of the first meeting, I elaborate about the projects that we will do or we will conduct in the next meeting. And then after that, closing, reflection, and then prayer, closing prayer. And then on the second day, I conduct the preliminary activities as usual. And then in the monitoring syntax, I give them and I make them into several groups. Yes, and then I give them different video. One group got one video, and then I will instruct them uh, to understand the video and also to act out. Yep. And then after that, so they will act out as a news anchor on the second day in order to present their understanding. So there will be a news anchor and then reporter and then source persons uh, in order to get the information from the source persons. So that's what I plan to do on the second day. And I will also add some activities such as ice breaking, using the word wall, and also using the quizzes for review on the first part of the second day. So, and then also after that I will closing. I will after they present their understanding. After they act out, we evaluate, the teacher and the students evaluate the learning experience, what the difficulty they got, and then what the solution that it might be best to do for the next upcoming project. And then the reflection, and then a closing prayer. And for the assessment, I conduct the observation sheet and then the product assessment rubric consisting of speaking rubrics. And then as for the comprehension assessment rubric is for assessing them when they analyze the two texts and compare the two texts on the first day. This is the teaching material. And then this is the LKPD. The first one is, this one is for the students to analyze the two texts. I will ask them to scan as usual using the QR code, and then they analyze the headline, newsworthy events, background, and then the source. And then I will ask one or two groups to show their work. And this is the analysis table looks like. And then this is the LKPD for the second day. I will give them video, and then I will ask them to choose one of the videos there on the after they scan the barcode. And then they present their understanding of the video in the form of acting out as a news anchor, as a reporter, and then as the source persons. I guess the innovation that I made for the next teaching practice is this one, because I also follow what Miss Laili said to me, that is the students to practice. Yeah, I think this will be a perfect opportunity for the students to practice as a news anchor, reporter, and also source person. Okay, this is for the assessment, for the penilaian. This is for the rubric. Yep. Okay, I think that's all I can share with you today, sir, for this preparation.
Okay,
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So how do you going to avoid the technical problem of your third teaching practice, Mr.
Okay.
How?
Okay. Yesterday when the camera was moved, it was accidentally. So I will make sure that no people will go here and there using the near the camera. So I will make sure that the camera is not going to be moved again. And as for the connection, I don't know, sir. Yesterday I tried using my mobile hotspot, but it's still slow, especially when I was conducting quizzes. Maybe I will try to ask for the Wi-Fi admin in my school to make me a special account that will have a lot faster connection. Hopefully they will agree and they will give me one of the account. And also in order to make students to be confident, I will try to conduct the act out session, ask them to perform as a news anchor, etc. Because in this class, I will use 12 multimedia, and I know that they are the kind of performer. They like to perform, so I will give them the stage. Hopefully they will act well and not so really nervous. I think that's it, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, Mr. Nabil, to be honest, I'm not asking about how well your learning material or the interaction that you created. Your main problem here is to make sure that there will be no such kind of technical problem, yeah, for the third teaching practice. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Nabil Bido. Best of luck, yeah, for your third teaching practice. Okay, and then next one, now we have Miss Nikma Hapsian. Hello, Miss Nikma, are you ready? Miss Nikma?
Yeah, I'm ready, sir. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah.
For my teaching practice, for this third cycle, I'm going to apply. Wait a second. And then for the model is problem-based learning, and from the method, I'm going to use CTL or contextual teaching learning. And then the media is I'm going still using a picture. And then I'm trying to convince my what is that, headmaster. I need her permission to allow the students to bring their laptops, and she gives the permission, but then it's only in one group having one laptop. So I'm making them become a 4 group. Inshallah, they will bring 4 laptop. For the second meeting, they will try to find the information, because the problem-based learning is here for the second. They have to find everything by themselves, like the literature, and then to make the notice text, and then this one is my technical, what is that, scoring. This is for sikap and then everything, penilaian pengetahuan. And then this one is for keterampilan for the second meeting. And then for rencana tidak lanjutnya, for the remedial, maybe they got remedial, they will doing like 5 questions for the questions about notice text. And then we'll, with the help of the expert, from the students expert, I mean. And then if pengayaan, they would like to, for those who already good enough in this notice material, they will make this poster tentang peraturan sekolah, and then I will stick it into our wall, what is that, mading in Indonesia. And then this is the L.K.P.D. Let me, oh, open the Canva first. This is my material for next meeting. Where is this? This one. This is my first meeting. As usual, my school is Islamic school, so I will tell them what is the relation between our material with the Islamic character, and then also this one, the first L.K.P.D. or the first worksheet. This is the first worksheet. They should like matching the information here with the picture here. And then after that, we'll discuss it together to answer the answer sheet, to answer the worksheet. And after that, the next L.K.P.D. is about situation and also the notice. And they should pick the perfect notice to fit the situation. And then we will discuss it. After that, I will divide them into a group because the next L.K.P.D. will be in a group. There are two pictures and of the illustrations, and they have to answer this 5 material. And then after that, we'll discuss it together. And then for the fourth L.K.P.D. or for the fourth worksheet, they still in a group, and I'm going to make a choice. I'm going to make them to choose which picture they want to choose to explain about the picture or the notice. For example, like, do you ever saw the picture? Where is the notice places, and what is the meaning of this picture and notice? And also, do you think this picture is useful in public? And why is it useful? And why is it not useful? If they answer it is useful, so why is it useful or not? And then for the next one, I'm going to share how to write a good notice, and also I'm going to inform them about the expressions of many notice, such as prohibition and also command, information, and so on. And then for the second meeting, I would like them to see the picture, and then they would Google it because there is a link here. And then after that, they should work in a group, and then they have to think about what do you think about this picture and what is the solution. So this is the problem-based learning ones, yeah. So I'm not going actually to ask them to make a notice, but then they should make their own decision what they are going to make as the solution for this problem. So the result is they are going to make the notice by themselves in a group. And then we have 4 groups, so we have 4 problems here. There are C problem, and then food waste problem, and then this one, popok bekas pakai problem, and then the last one is about the straw problem, plastic straw problem. So I'm going to give them the link, and they should like find what is the solution, and they should make a notice by their group. That's and then after that they should campaign it to their friends in at the class. I think that's enough for me, sir. And solution for Alhamdulillah for this fourth meeting with them. Actually didn't have any kind of technical problem. Alhamdulillah. But then for this week, my school have a big party. It called Asia ASEAN Geoculture. It's on because I am also teaching at elementary school. I am the guru kelas over there. So wali kelasnya ada di sana, but then the homeroom teacher is there. But then we have two teachers in a class in elementary school. So I'm teaching there also. I'm afraid that the friends that who helped me to filming the whole teaching practice, it's not going to available. And then I'm still trying to find the best solution for that. And yeah, that makes me like confusing sometimes right now. But then inshallah, I hopefully someone will help me. I'm trying to call everyone, but then I cannot find who will help me. But I need help from the previous friends of mine, but I'm still waiting for the information. The problem is just that, and there is no anything. And then the other one is about my preparation, about myself, confidence, and everything. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Nikma Hapsian. Yeah. It seems like you're a little bit different for today, yeah, because of your healthy, maybe gonna get better soon, yeah, Miss Nikma. And for the third teaching practice, we are expecting you gonna go back with your first performance while you have the first cycle of your teaching practice, because your first cycle of the teaching practice, that was the standard. Yeah, that was the highest standard that you got. And then you have the responsibility to make it more, to make it more attractive, to make it more interactive with your students. Okay, Miss Nikma, and you have to believe in yourself. And then I know that you have, what is it? You have some kind of the teaching thing. You have your ability and your task in making your student having a good time and good grades. Okay, Miss Stigma. Best of luck, Miss Stigma. One more time for the third teaching practice. Let's give Miss Stigma a round of applause, everyone. Yeah. Okay, and then now we are going to have the last participant, Miss Nurmi. Come on, Miss Nurmi. Your turn, please.
Okay, thank you for the chance. I will explain about my third cycle practice. In the third cycle, I will choose the recount text as a topic, and I apply problem-based learning is for a grade. I will choose only 12 students. It's easy for me to handle them. And I will use a mind map to help students comprehend the text for the first day. And for the second day, I will use mind map to help students to write their own recount text. Based on my previous cycle, I spent much time, more than I planned. So in this time, I will make the student worksheet simpler than before. And then for the student worksheet, I will print it this afternoon. And then I will use laboratory because in the previous cycle, my class is too noisy. And then for the third cycle, I will use laboratory to avoid the noisy. I think that's all from me. Thanks.
Okay, so you are not going to share anything with us?
Yes.
You're not going to share your
Lesson plan?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean your document, please.
Okay. Okay, this is my lesson plan. Can you see my screen? This is for the indikator pencapaian kompetensi. Yang pertama, menganalisis struktur unsur bahasa dan fungsi sosial teks recount tentang pengalaman pribadi seseorang. Yang kedua, membandingkan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur bahasaan dari dua teks personal recount yang berbeda. Untuk keterampilan, menyusun kembali teks recount acak sesuai dengan struktur yang benar, kemudian membuat teks pendek dan sederhana tentang pengalaman pribadi di masa lampau. Untuk tujuan pembelajaran, I divide into two meeting. For the first, peserta didik mampu menganalisis struktur, and then peserta didik mampu menyusun kembali teks recount acak. And for the second meeting, peserta didik mampu membandingkan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur bahasaan, dan peserta didik mampu membuat teks pendek dan sederhana tentang pengalaman pribadi di masa lampau. Media, alat dan sumber pelajaran, video dan gambar, laptop, proyektor, speaker, papan tulis dan spidol, buku pegangan siswa, When English Rings a Bell, and then metode pembelajaran, I will apply problem-based learning, technique mind mapping, and approach a scientific and type. This is the main activity. In the first meeting, pada pertemuan pertama, peserta didik menyimak dan mengamati video yang ditayangkan oleh guru melalui slide PowerPoint yang berisi tentang seorang yang tidak mampu untuk menceritakan pengalamannya. Peserta didik kemudian diberi kesempatan untuk meletakkan permasalahan dalam bentuk pertanyaan. Kemudian peserta didik bersama dengan guru mendiskusikan jawaban dari pertanyaan tersebut. Kemudian peserta didik dibagi menjadi beberapa kelompok kecil dan diberikan student worksheet untuk setiap kelompoknya. Kemudian peserta didik mengerjakannya. Kemudian peserta didik mengumpulkan informasi tentang struktur teks recount dalam kelompok dengan menggunakan mind mapping yang sudah disediakan. Untuk pertemuan pertama, mind mapping yang disediakan, dan untuk pertemuan kedua, siswa akan membuat sendiri mind mapping mereka dan kemudian mencurahkannya dalam bentuk tulisan. Kemudian setelah itu peserta didik membandingkan informasi tentang struktur teks recount dalam kelompok, kemudian mengumpulkan informasi tentang unsur kebahasaan, kemudian membandingkan informasi tentang, kemudian peserta didik dalam kelompok kecil menyimpulkan tentang fungsi sosial dari teks recount. Setelah itu peserta didik berdiskusi menyusun teks recount acak menjadi teks recount yang baik sesuai dengan struktur teks yang benar. Kemudian peserta didik membaca teks recount tersebut dan mengisi mind mapping berdasarkan isi teks tersebut. Peserta didik menyampaikan hasil diskusi mereka mengenai teks recount tersebut. Kemudian peserta didik saling memberikan tanggapan dan setelah itu melakukan evaluasi. In the second meeting, pada pertemuan kedua, peserta didik mengamati video tentang pengalaman berlibur seseorang, kemudian guru dan peserta didik mendiskusikannya. Peserta didik dibagi dalam kelompok kecil dan diminta berdiskusi tentang pengalaman mereka masing-masing dan kemudian memilih salah satu dari pengalaman anggota kelompok tersebut untuk dituangkan ke dalam teks recount. Kemudian informasi tentang pengalaman tersebut mereka tuangkan dalam mind mapping untuk pertama kalinya. Setelah itulah baru mereka membuat teks recount mereka sendiri. Kemudian mereka kelompok akan mempresentasikan hasil kerjanya dan setelah itu mereka melakukan evaluasi. That's all from me, sir.
And then what about your learning media, Ms. Nurli?
Media.
Yeah.
I haven't present yet, Mr.
Okay.
But I have the. Yes.
Okay. Will you please share your learning media? What kind of media that you're going to use, please?
Media, I will use PowerPoint, PPT, and the video.
And then no artificial intelligence, no virtual or augmented reality that you're going to do? No?
No, because my internet connection here is not unstable, and not all of the students have a gadget. Sorry, I can hear your voice there.
Okay, so because no internet connection, no devices, so you can implement all the 3 learning media that you're supposed to use then, Miss Nurmi. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and then what was the most difficult thing that you faced on the first and then also second cycle, Miss Nurmi?
Difficult thing. I have a problem with device. So I borrow with my friend's device for the solution.
Okay, and then
yeah.
Okay, and then are you ready for the next year, for the next teaching practice? What kind of device, what kind of gears that you're going to use?
Yes, I've already borrowed with my friends, and it's better than mine. And I hope that video will have a better quality.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, all of the participants already shared their planning to do the, to do the 3rd teaching practice. And then now we'd like to hear some kind of suggestion maybe from Miss Laili. Hello, Miss. Miss, we are going to close this session. Maybe you'd like to give some kind of these suggestions, comment maybe, Miss Laili. Hello, Miss Laili.
Okay, sir. Sorry, I'm still in the classroom. Okay.
Okay, all good, Miss.
Yes. Yes, sir. Sorry. I'm still in the classroom, but I'm still listening what we are talking about in the room meeting. Just a little about from me, because my students are so noisy. From the planning they have prepared from our teachers, we hope the teaching practice will run well. As Mr. Sofian said before, there would not be technical meeting anymore, technical problem anymore, internet connection, or problem with fellow teaching. And the next one, maybe our teachers should pay attention for the time. Yeah. Sometimes we realize that if our students enjoy our learning process, sometimes we forgot about the time. Yeah. Then the next one for me is make attractive class. Yeah, with our student. If you have a game or quiz with student, don't forget to give them rewards to attract their students' attention. And then the next one for me is a circle, the 3rd cycle. I want to see the teacher teach in contextually, active student, and attractive class. I mean, the students enjoy during the learning process. I hope the 2nd cycle should be better than before. Don't be nervous and be self-confident. That's it from me, Mr. Sofian. Sorry, I'm still teaching in the class.
Okay, massive thanks, Miss Laili. Let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Miss Laili. Yeah, thank you for joining the session, Miss. Okay, now it will be my turn. I'm gonna start with my lovely Miss Novia. Okay, I'm gonna give you a comment first. Miss Novia, I guess when you already share about the problem that you face on your first cycle and then also second cycle, I guess there are no such such difficult things that you can solve for the 3rd teaching practice. Yeah, and for the 3rd teaching practice, I do expect you're going to give a better one comparing with the first and then second cycle. Yeah, and then don't forget you have to give reward for your students. Yeah, give them a reward. Yeah, if the previous one starting with the noodles, second one you gave them pop ice, and then the third one hopefully you're going to give them what is a Kit Kat kind of chocolate maybe. Yeah, that's gonna give them the spirit, I guess, to join the class. Yeah. And then I hope you're going to put also the same touch up like the previous one. Yeah, so we can see a beautiful kind of teachers that teaching these students. Yeah, okay. And then about the outfit also, you have to consider wearing, what is it, your best outfit. Yeah, your best outfit, and then make sure that you already do a trial first. Do the trial first before you are going to record your teaching practice. Okay, Miss Novia, that's all from me, Miss Novia. Okay, and the next one, Miss Yani. Miss Yani, hopefully for the next teaching practice, yeah, for the third teaching practice, you are not gonna ignore us. You're not gonna ignoring me and then Miss Lily while visiting your class, yeah. And I hope you're going to build a connection with us, and then you're going to enjoy the process of teaching and learning. Not only focus on fulfilling the content of your learning material for these students, but how that you're going to make the faces of all of the students you're gonna, what is it, fun in a joyful kind of teaching and learning. Okay, Miss Yani, and then I hope you're not gonna skip our session anymore. Yeah, if you got the house that leaking with you, Miss Yani, I hope you are going to still joining using your smartphone. That should be okay. Yeah, do not skip our class anymore. Yeah, okay, thank you, Miss Yani. And the next one, Mr. Nabil Rido. Mr. Nabil Rido, you have your soulmate over there in your school, Miss Chitra Nindya, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I hope you're going to do a collaboration. Yeah, how was the teaching practice that she got over there? And then if you think that's what is it, that's a best form of a teaching practice, maybe you guys should discuss. Yeah, so discuss how that you're going to do a collaboration to make or to create a better kind of teaching practice. And then hopefully also all of the learning material that you are going to teach for your student, it will be related with their daily life, not some random things. What is it, fixing hand, or what is it, a door hand and handle and blah blah blah, and then making a concrete. Yeah, I guess that's not too relevant with the daily activities of your students. Yeah, hopefully you're going to pick the example or the video that's gonna really in, yeah, with the students daily life. Okay, Mr. Nabil Rido, best of luck. And then hopefully you're going to smile more while delivering the teaching and learning process, because every single time it's looked like, okay, student, now we're gonna go with this stuff, we're gonna do this, you have to watch this, and then blah blah blah. I hope you're going to smile more with your students. Okay, make the interactive kind of interactions, try to make your student here comfort, yeah, while joining your teaching practice. Okay, Mr. Nabil Rido, that's all I guess from me, Mr. Nabil Rido. And then for Miss Eliza, one thing for you, I guess, I hope you're gonna get better soon. Yeah, I hope with this kind of preparations, you're still gonna be able to do the teaching practice. Yeah, and then you gotta consume a multivitamin, I guess, try to do a massage with your husband, I guess, so you can fit again, and then you will be ready, yeah, to conduct your teaching practice. And then I'm not gonna expect any, what is it, anything from you, I guess. I'm expecting only you're gonna get your help as soon as possible. Okay, Miss Eliza. And the next one, Miss Girimanik. Miss Girimanik, hello there, Miss Girimanik. Yeah, Miss Girimanik, I hope
Yes, sir.
practice. Yeah, I'm gonna look at your face and then also your student face here in a better way. You're going to have a great visual, yeah, great kind of the footage for your video, yeah, and then we're gonna see, what is it, an active kind of interactions, yeah, between you and then these students, and that you are going to be able to make your class here is a fun class, a joyful class that joining by the students. Okay, Miss Girimanik?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sir, may I add something about my student, because some of them are wearing chadar and some of them are really shy to show her face even though with the teacher, because of they are pandemic generation, sir. So they're really difficult to put off the mask and also the what is it, the niqab. So I really hope that you understand about the situation of my school and my student, because they are really difficult to show her face.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's okay. I'm not complaining if they're wearing niqab or mask and then anything. I'm complaining only I can't see their face clearly. That's okay. They can use their niqab, they can use their mask, but we can still see their face. Look at Miss Robayani Sagira. Yeah, even if she's wearing mask right now, we can see her face, right? A clear kind of face. That's my main point. Okay, Miss Giri, thank you very much and best of luck for your teaching practice. And the next one, look at Miss Nikma. Okay, Miss Nikma, hello, Miss Nikma. I hope you are going to get better soon. Yeah, that's my expectation. And then I have no idea what was the problems, what was the things that made you feel or getting this anxiety kind of problems, yeah, with you. I hope you're going to be more fun, yeah, for your students, and then I do believe you can do better than the previous teaching practice on your second cycle, yeah. And maybe you're gonna go to visit somewhere, I guess, do a healing things, yeah. Try to reward something for yourself for completing the first teaching practice and then also second teaching practice. Yeah, try to treat yourself. Try to buy maybe what is it, something that you love. Try to buy some chocolate. Try to buy some proper outfit or anything that gonna lead your spirit, your motivation to do better for the next teaching practice. Okay, Miss Nikma Habsian, yeah, and then we're expecting you gonna get better soon. Okay, everyone, let's pray for Miss Nikma, yeah, and then let's give her a round of applause, everyone, please, for Miss Nikma, because facing some kind of anxiety here. It is the problem that related with psychological thing, I guess. Yeah. Best of luck one more time, yeah, Miss Nikma Hausian. Next one, Miss Wiwit. Miss Wiwit, I hope you're going to be a beautiful teacher that talking a lot with your students. Yeah, you're going to give an interesting kind of interaction with your students, and then you're going to have the what is it? The clear kind of aim, the clear kind of purpose, yeah, while you teach your students. Okay, Miss Wiwit. And then with the internet connection, please do not repeat it. Do not repeat the same kind of problem. Yeah, while we join your class and then we can hear a thing. Yeah, and then try to call you several times, but we got no response. I hope you're going to respond. Yeah, when we try to call you, when we try to contact you while conducting the teaching practice. Best of luck for you, Miss with Nur Hidayah. And the next one, Miss Wenda. Miss Wenda, I hope one thing, I guess, for you, I hope you're going to find your soulmate as soon as possible because you're still single, yeah? Okay, and then single here, it is not a burden, I guess, yeah? I hope while conducting the teaching practice, you're going to provide, what is it? A beautiful kind of teaching and practice, yeah? Teaching practice for your students. And then best of luck, yeah, best of luck for you, Miss Wenda. Okay, next with Miss Nurmi Leli. Miss Nurmi Leli, for the third teaching practice, I hope we are going to have more angle, yeah, based on your video that you're going to provide for us. Yeah, not only looking at the back of the students, not only looking at the front, but we have to see from the side, left side, right side, and then also another kind of angle. So you are going to provide a better kind of video. Okay. And then anyone else that haven't called? No? No, yeah. All set. And I already called Miss Eliza. I already called Miss Eliza, Miss Wenda, Miss Giri, Miss Yani. Okay, so all set and best of luck, guys. One more time. This will be your guys' third chance, yeah, to what is it? To prove that you guys really an English teacher, yeah, a professional English teacher. Okay, everyone, and then would you please try to share your best smile? Come on, because why today I'm looking at the face of Miss with like this one, Miss Wenda. It seems like no such kind of what is it? A heavy thing. Would you please try to share your best smile so I can take a picture, please, everyone? Okay, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for this smile. Finally, you shared with me and then also with Miss Laili. Best of luck one more time. And then you have to be confident. You have to believe in yourself that you can do this in a better way. Yeah. And then let's close our session here. We're reciting Hamdalah together. Alhamdulillah bil alamin. And then the last, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.